This week on Jon Thelen's Destination Fish, we start on the Missouri River up in North Dakota on a great early season shallow water post-spawn walleye bite. Jon Thelen's Destination Fish is brought to you by Lindy Fishing Tackle and Yamaha Outboards.
Oh, he's hooked up. He's hooked up.
Let
it lay it on the bottom. I love it.
Let me tell you what just happened.
I love it.
I caught the first fish and the Missouri River boys didn't.
Yes, you did.
Look at that.
I love it.
Man, I'll tell you.
Was it seriously just laying on the bottom?
No, it's when I picked it up and moved it. I suppose I just pulled right by him.
Yeah, you most likely.
Yeah, he just come out and smacked it as soon as he saw it move. Here's the deal. I was actually messing around with camera equipment here. And as soon as I got done messing around with it, I picked that jig up, moved it, and that walleye just smoked it. I'll tell you what, we're going to have a ball and we're going to catch a ton of fish and show you how to do this in the spring, because this right here is something you want to go do. It's a fun time.
Get one?
Yep.
Ah, boy. Got that one out off the bar.
You know, that was one of those times, Mike, where I just slowed down. You know, it gets really easy to move too fast when you're sitting there with a 1/4 ounce jig. But one of the biggest keys to catching spring walleyes on jigs is to just slow down.
That's a good one.
You know? Yeah, it is. Take that all day long. But yeah, that was just a case of slowing it down, giving this fish a chance. Get dialed in on it. That's a dynamite walleye wherever you go right there. Hey, I want to take a minute and I want to show you what we're using, because we're using a really cool new product that's really going to change how you look at jig fishing. That's a great fish right there. Jason, can I hand that fish back to you? Perfect. Let me show you this. This is really cool what I'm going to show you here. This is the brand new Lindy B-Max lead-free jig, and we're gonna have a whole lineup of these lead-free jigs. But here's what's great about it. In the past, when you look at a lot of different lead-free options, to get the right weight, and today this is a 1/4 ounce I'm fishing, but to get the right weight, you had to be bigger. Well, the bottom line is Lindy came up with a solution to that, a potion of bismuth and some other metals that has allowed us to make jigs the same size as what you're used to in lead. The thought process with the lead-free is really, really simple. We've taken lead out of our shotgun shells, we've taken lead out of our water pipes, we've taken it out of our paint. Can't hurt to take it out of our lakes and just make sure these fisheries are there for our grandkids. It's good stuff right there. There's one. Ah! Sucker grabbed it and tried to swim away with it.
There, I got one.
There you go. Looked like something when you fired that hook set, huh?
Hanging down there pretty good.
Jason,
so
you want this bigger net? Are you okay with that one?
We should be able to get it with this one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little, might have tried to pin it like some of these spawning fish are doing, you know.
You know.
Oh no, it's hooked right.
You got them legal?
Yep. Nice fish. Heck yeah.
You know, if there's one thing that I look at with this Missouri River up in this area, it's just, you know, how do you come down this river and pick a spot to fish? I mean, really, you guys are the experts here. How do you pick those spots to fish throughout the spring period, Mike?
Well, I think it's more or less kind of a progression. You know, you get out here early spring, right when the ice goes off, you're kind of looking for the channel, looking for where the sandbars formed, you know, over the course of the winter. And for me, I'm always looking for stuff that's right off the main current. And, you know, any of these spots like we have here, we have a sandbar, we got the main current out there. Those fish are filtering up the river. They feel the softer water, they slide in there. So for me, I'm just looking for slack water right off the main current. And it's kind of a migrational thing for me as well. I'll follow them from way down south all the way up into the river past Bismarck as the spring progresses. So,
you know, one other thing, when you come up here to do this, man, you got to be careful, because these sandbars change every single year. I mean, a couple of years ago I was here, Jason and I were here, and that trail's no good anymore.
That's why I always say hire a guide.
There you go. Jon Thelen's Destination Fish is brought to you by these fine sponsors. There you go.
That one, Mike? A little better one?
Good with that little net back there, or you want the bigger one? Got it?
You need a bigger one.
Want the bigger one? There you go. It's amazing how these fish, we're seeing them on side imaging, and you're just driving along, just creeping along up current, seeing them on the side. Man, I mean, you can just pick them and cast to that area. And Mike just said,
Real keen on that white jig to that red eye. I think has something to do with it also.
yeah,
God, just a great fish. I don't care.
that is. That one's going home with us, eh?
All right, yeah, I'll throw them in a box.
Perfect. Today we are targeting shallow water sandbars on the Missouri River in Bismarck, North Dakota, with key depths being 3 to 7 feet, up on top and off the edge. The skies are cloudy and temps are cool in the mid-40s. Pitching 1/4 ounce Lindy B-Max jigs, tipped with minnows and slowly working the jig back along the bottom is the key to triggering today's bites. White glow, orange, and chartreuse are the hot colors in this chocolate milk colored spring water.
There he is.
There you go. Good one, huh?
Well, yeah, I did something a little different on this one, John. I got to show you.
All right.
Get him in here. It's not huge, but
Great eater size fish. Anywhere you go.
I've been missing quite a few. So what I did on that one, we've been hooking the minnows through the lips for the most part, but I missed 2 fish in a row. So what I did with this one, I went through the mouth, get him to open his mouth up, come up through the gill, and make him eat the collar of that jig, and then come up through the belly, up through the back. So that way I'm getting that hook back just a little bit further versus up here. I think they were short biting me before, so I just set that hook back a little bit further and sealed the deal.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, that'll change throughout the day. I mean, the way they bite throughout the day will change. 1 minute it's going to be super aggressive, and then maybe it's just because of a change in the wind or a change with the cloud cover, whatever it may be. All of a sudden they'll start shark biting you. So don't be afraid just because something's been working all morning to do what Jason did there and make a quick change, because that quick change and boom, he hooked it. And I'll bet you money that was the same fish a couple times because it was right at the back of the boat here.
There he is. Yep. God, just beautiful fish.
Look at that.
Yeah, better just.
Look at that. Nice one.
Again, I just hooked that minnow on, and look where I got him. Just barely got him in the lip. I just put that hook back an extra 3/4 of an inch, and that's right where I got him, right in the lip. So they're just biting a little bit short. So I shortened up my my hook in the back of the minnow. Nice fish.
Yeah, and you know, that's one of the things I would say about these lead-free jigs too. If you look at the fish we're catching today, we're sticking them right where you want to stick them, right in that upper lip, but that's the boniest part on a walleye.
100%.
And we're going right through. I mean, it's a good, stout, sticky hook. I mean, we're busting right through that upper lip. And that's a big deal because a lot of jigs out there, those lighter wire hooks, they'll bend on you and they won't get up through that bony part of their mouth.
And another thing is I'm using mono today, so it just goes to show you how sharp those hooks are, because that mono stretches a lot versus a super line.
Ooh, that was a good one. Yeah, better one.
All right, Mike. See, now it seems like they're off the edge more. They're not up on the sandbar right now. They seem to be off the edge in that 4 or 5 foot of water versus that 2, 3.
Well, they'll move around.
Yeah, it changes
You know.
constantly all day. It's a nice fish.
Here you go, buddy. Use that net.
Thank you, sir.
Use the big one. Oh yeah. Nice fish.
Oh yeah.
Another spawned out one.
Look at that.
Another spawned out one.
Good
Right away
stuff.
this morning we caught some pre-spawn ones up on the sandbar. Now, like I said before, I think these are the ones filtering back downstream and just finding these slack waters and just sitting here getting a little meal and before they head back down to Lake Oahe.
That's good stuff, man. I'll tell you
Nice
what.
fish.
That is a great way to wrap up a day. I'm going to tell you, this Missouri River up here in this Bismarck area in the spring, you just can't beat it. This is just good stuff. Get up here and try this. I'll tell you, just bring a box full of jigs, and hey, try these new jigs from Lindy too, because I'll tell you what, they're the real deal. I mean, all day long you've seen us set hooks and just nail fish one after another.
Jon Thelen's Destination Fish has been brought to you by these great sponsors.